Hello, I've got a video on inheritance, which may be close to maybe the next to last video I have to send you. There may be two more, but one or two more. So far, for classes, we have looked at how to define them. We talked about the gets and the sets and the constructor and methods. Now the question is, can we organize them? One thing with OOPS, we're always trying to save energy and put things in logical order related to one another. So suppose I am interested in defining a class bus and a class car and a class truck. Well, each of those classes is going to have things in common. They're all going to have a VIN number. They're all going to have an owner. They're all going to have a book value. They're going to have the year of make. There might be other things, but that'll get us started. It would be more convenient if we could write that part of those three classes once and use it three times, especially if we could write some of the methods for that class that would apply to everything. Now, to do that, the way I'm going to do it is I'm going to write, first of all, the definition of vehicle. I already have it written, so it won't take us that long, and I'll point out a few things as we do it. Well, obviously, I've got my constructor. Now I have a special constructor, one that both constructs it and initializes it. There are 4 items to initialize, and I initialized all of them. I've got the get strings to get me the values, and the sets to change the values if I want to. And I have a function called print common, which will print those 4 items. Now, where I usually have private, for some reason I have protected. We'll come back to why I put that there. And we don't have to talk about that part yet. That's coming. Instead, I want to go back and look at how I used it. The program to use it declares a vehicle, 2 vehicles, mine and yours. Mine, it initializes the VIN, the year, book value. It's owned by little old me. Yours, I didn't initialize. Instead, I used the sets to initialize yours. I set the VIN to a number. I set the year to a number. I set the book value to a number. And I set the owner to a number. Then what I did was I decided to print out the information for mine and print out the information for yours. And I wanted to show you one use of get. So here's, if mine.getYear is less than or equal to that, see how you have an old car. So I ran that, produced the right results. Then, how do you go about working out of the car and the truck and the bus? I worked on bus because I only wanted to do one. I got the wrong thing up. I want this up. Now, there's vehicle. There's the main line. And that's the run I got. The answers for, excuse me. Now we're going to derive a class, bus, from vehicle. The bus is going to be a vehicle. It will have everything that the vehicle has. it will also have more. It will have the type of vehicle. Is it a school bus, a minibus, a tour bus, a city bus? Probably others, but I just put those in. Does it have overhead racks or not? What is its number of passengers that it's allowed? How much luggage does it have below? Well, the way to do this, you have to learn a few new words, not many. In fact, I think it's one. That's not the one I want. A bus is a public vehicle. The public says that everybody can see it. You could also put private there. You could also put protected there, but I've never done that. Don't have any reason to. I have a bus, and I have another more complicated constructor. Now, I have the void print, but look at this print. It calls print common. I don't have to reuse, I don't have to rewrite that part. And when I get down here, and make my gets and my sets, I don't have to redo the ones I had before. They're already there. They're already part of this. The only fly in the ointment here is that a derived class does not inherit anything that is private in the base class, the class it is inheriting from. It inherits the public methods and anything else that's in public, with the exception of the constructors. It doesn't inherit them. But it does not inherit the private. If I put private here, I would get an error message. In fact, I could show you the message I got, because I tried it just to see if it would happen. And there's the error message I got. It says, cannot access private member declared in class vehicle. That's pretty straightforward. The thing you have to do is change the private section in the base class to protect it. Once you do that, it's inherited, and everything's fine. Now, that means that I created a bus both ways. I set all the things for the bus, down here. I guess I only put one bus in, and I didn't bother using the sets. And then I printed out first what print common would show you. And then I printed out what the full print would show you. So if you look here, I have print common, and here I have print. And I have the results of that over here. There's the program, and there's the results. Now, this is not a massive learning problem. All you really have to know is that if you have common areas between several classes, it might be better to make a base class that contains the common parts, and then have the classes be derived from it. We say they inherit from it. The class they inherit from is the base class, and they are the derived classes. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to send you this video. I'm going to send you the program that I wrote for it. and it's going to be the starter file for homework 23. Homework 23 is going to say, I want you to write another derived class. This derived class I want to be truck. And we can suggest a few things that should be put in there. And that's it. That's what we're going to do on this one. Now, the next step is to have what are called polymorphism. Well, have polymorphism. What that is I define a function in the derived class, and in the base class, I just put a placeholder with the same name. So we'll do that next after this. So long now.